In theory, live. Theory. Theory. In theory, we're live. I say that because I don't know anymore.
Oh, well. I am not, so I'll be with you momentarily.
I mean, take your time. Take your time. As I come into frame with Bones. God, Bones, your hat. I gotta fix your hat. And you need to be smiling, Bones. There you go. Look at that.
Is that a squirrel in your lap, or are you just happy to see me? He's happy to see me. Also, there is, in fact, a squirrel in his lap.
This is the squirrel that Axis, who is right here, because he apparently really needs to be needy. We had a hurricane just kind of pass by, and so he's the weather has got him a little spooked. But he will just periodically drag this around the house in his mouth, howling, just.
Yeah, he needs approval for his hunting prowess.
Yes, he needs to show us that he is a mighty hunter and that he killed this and is bringing it to us so that we can share in his triumph. I am so making fun of you right now.
Oh, hey, thanks, Seven. Yeah, I am back, and I can even eat real food, and I can make it through an entire therapy appointment without wanting to cry because my face hurts so bad. So, you know, doing pretty good.
So, we've got people in chat. We've got just Pen and Seven in chat already. We've got a couple other viewers. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this live stream. Today, live streaming some Sega Saturn stuff, just random stuff, because it is the 26th birthday of the Sega Saturn if you're in Europe. The US release would have been in May, but I don't think that was a day that I would have been live streaming, so I don't think I did anything for that. Plus, the 26th, it's not, it's not a nice round number like 25th or 30th or 35th.
Yeah, it's a little off.
Like, I was going to live stream Sonic for, his 30th anniversary?
Mm-hmm. And then we had Wicked Storms roll through.
Yeah, that was the day that Verizon was just like... outage for like 200 people.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
And like, what's funny is Luth, who lives right down the street, was just, like, messaged me like the next day, "Hey, has your internet been acting?" I was like, "Yes."
Yes, it has.
A day. And Aaron's in chat. Hello, everyone.
Oh, Seven, that sucks. Seriously, my condolences. I had that experience not that long ago. It's really shitty.
Yeah, it's... I'm sitting here going, don't get political, don't get political, don't get political.
Get the vaccine! Wear a mask! Political's my job.
Well, it was like, I was literally having the moment of Kermit and Dark Kermit. Just like, don't get political, don't get political. But the virus is just a hoax. Like,
Hi, Rowan.
Hello. So I have no idea what I actually want to play right now. Pick a game out of this list. Tell me if something sounds interesting to you. Like...
Yeah, I have no idea.
You have no frame of reference.
I really don't.
You never got to... Alright, well, let's go ahead. We'll start with Sonic 3D. This is the game that I was going to stream for Sonic and his anniversary.
I think growing up, I managed to play the Dreamcast like 3 times, and we were playing the Aladdin game because it had just come out. And that is pretty much all the Sega I've played.
I was about to say, because there are at least 2 things categorically wrong with that. The Dreamcast and...
Oh, no, not the Dreamcast, the Genie. Sorry.
the Game Gear?
No.
Or the Genesis?
Genesis?
Genesis.
There was some...
There was a game Genie, but that was an add-on for...
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Because, yeah. Anyway, there was a whole lot of... It tells you I was 10, 11...
Then it was probably the Genesis, and you were...
And I didn't... Again, I played it like 3 times at a friend's house, and then we moved to Florida, and I never saw her again. So I...
Oh, no, this isn't what I was going to play. This is...
I had other things going on.
Sonic Jam. I'm going to need to reset fully because I forgot I'm using goddamn Rhea. I've really wanted to buy a Terra Onion mode, but I can't justify spending $100 on something that I already have. But, you know, it's going to go back to Sonic 3D Blast. Yeah, it is. I have to fully power off. Yeah. Anyway,
have you tried turning it off and back on again?
So, no, the Genesis had Aladdin, the Dreamcast came
there
after
you
the
go.
Saturn, and
okay.
Yeah, there's just a lot of...
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Thank you for correcting me, because I got nothing.
A lot of people weren't Sega people. You were either a Genesis fan or a Super Nintendo fan, and then you were either a Nintendo fan or any one of the other consoles other than Sega, because Sega kind of just dropped the ball.
Crapped its pants. Yeah, no, we were definitely a Nintendo household.
It's like, I was definitely a Sega fanboy growing up. I had the Genesis, I had a Game Gear, I got the Saturn, I got the Dreamcast. I mean, this is my original Dreamcast. Dreamcast I've upgraded because I got the Sega Sports one because I wanted a black console to match all the other black consoles. My original Saturn, but I've repainted that sumbitch. I don't have my original Genesis. I actually gave it to a friend of mine growing up. And it's one of those things that's like, I didn't regret it at the time, but I regret it now.
Hey, buddy, no claws on the carpet. Thank you. Yeah, no, I don't know. Just wasn't my scene.
I have a Rhea and I enjoy the SD cards. I mean, I have a Rhea too, but I really, really wish I got one of the other products. Either waited for a satiator or got one of the Terra Onion modes or something, because the disk image requirements for this are ridiculous because the guy who programmed this is just insane. Like, he is a dangerously insane individual and needs to be stopped. Anyway, I have
opinions.
I have some feels about him. So this is Sonic Jam. This is the Jam.
No, Space Jam is the jam.
Well, Space Jam is the Jam. This is the Jam. So this game is a remake of Sonic 1, 2, and 3 on the Saturn. And what's neat about this is this was not just like emulation. This was not just, oh, we're going to take these. They had to completely rewrite the games to work on the Saturn. So I actually don't play this version of these games often because all of the sounds are off and it makes me feel off. It's one of those things that's like, you know how you have an expectation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's taking a sip of tea, expecting sweet tea, and then it's not.
And it's unsweet tea, which, you know,
which is sacrilege in the South.
I was going to say, I don't drink tea, but if I do drink unsweetened tea, it's just further incentive for me to not drink tea ever again after that. Are you going to check out the new Switch coming out? Probably not. So I convinced Amber to buy a Switch because she was really enjoying playing Breath of the Wild on mine. So I convinced her to buy a Switch. Which, if her kids are watching, this is them learning that her mom bought a Switch. Because she's been keeping it a secret from them. Not that I think her kids watch my stuff. But my original plan was if they were going to announce a Switch Pro, I was going to buy a Switch Pro and I'd just give her my Switch, because why not? But then they didn't announce the Switch Pro when they said they were going to, so I'm like, they're not going to, because I knew they weren't going to announce a Switch Pro. They did announce a new Switch. It has an OLED screen. It's a slightly larger screen. It has more built-in memory. Instead of 32 gig, it's 64 gig. Which is still kind of an insult because games are about 8 gigs. So like you can fit 6 games instead of 4. But yeah.
But maybe that'll drive down the price of...
No, it won't.
I want a Switch and let me dream, okay?
So the OLED Switch is actually $50 more expensive than a standard Switch. Which, you know, I can kind of understand. I get OLEDs are not cheap. The memory is cheap as dirt. I really don't understand why we're still dealing with piss poor amounts of memory in this day and age. That's just something I don't understand from Nintendo, but at least they weren't like Sony and required proprietary memory cards. But like, everyone said, oh, is it going to drop the price of the original Switch? No, it's still going to be $299. Well, then why though?
I can dream, Harold.
Well, you know, we could just buy you a Switch. I am all for buying people a Switch. The Switch is my second favorite console of all time right now. Like, I spend more time on my Switch than just about anything else, console-related. Which, considering the Saturn, of all things, is my favorite console, that should give an indication of just how much I actually really like the Switch, considering nostalgia is basically my determining factor for loving the Saturn. I had sweet tea that was good exactly one time in my life via a former friend's house. I mean, I love sweet tea better than... Well, okay, I love sweet tea compared to unsweet tea. I don't like tea in general. Slightly revised screen switch with nothing of consequence. Yeah, I mean, they weren't going to introduce a brand new console. That's the thing that I know a lot of people were flipping the hell out about. They're like, oh, we're finally going to get a Switch Pro. It's going to... All the rumors were insane. We're going to have a 4K dock. It'll be handheld at 1080p. And I'm sitting here going, no, the fuck it won't. When has Nintendo ever given two shits about graphic fidelity like that? They have an art style that they will stick to, which works really well for 720 and 1080p, not really caring about frame rates, though games that are a little more action-oriented, like Mario Kart, 60 FPS, because you want, that kind of experience. But, like, Nintendo has never... Mario Kart. That was actually what I was going to play last week if I'd known you were up for streaming. I assumed Jess was not up for streaming. I should have asked.
Well, it wouldn't have been a big deal, except I deliberately made myself ready to come up here and stream. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, God damn it. Not what I want to express.
Whoopsies.
Also, this is not the best intuitive menu system. But yeah, like, Nintendo's never done that. They tried it once with the DSi. They're like, we're going to have an upgrade to the DS. It's not going to play older games, it'll only play DS games, but it'll also play more powerful DSi games. And that whole idea flopped.
Went over like a Led Zeppelin?
Except, ironically, the Mythbusters tested a lead balloon myth, and it actually worked. And I was always very surprised by that. And actually, so were they. Adam Savage has gone on record talking about how that's his favorite myth that they tested because it was not the result that they were expecting, but the amount of engineering that went into it. He's like, now that we've crunched the numbers, I can see how this works. But yeah. And, seeing how other companies have not taken that mindset to heart. Like, you have the PS4 Pro and the Xbox One S and all of these other things, and no one is...
Well, I mean, because they're able to sucker people in the way, like, cell phone companies do, with, like, a nominal, quote-unquote, upgrade that often just, like, makes life more complicated. And repackage it as like this powerful blah blah blah.
Even then, a lot of the contracts that a lot of the third-party developers have is if you develop a game for Xbox, it has to be able to run on their lower-powered machine. So they're not going to take the time to do the lower-powered version and then do upgrades as time goes on because they don't have the money or time for that.
Yeah.
So like you get.
Especially smaller developers. Like, it's just not a...
It's like, you get what you get. So, that's not happening. And I knew Nintendo was never gonna go along that route. The second they're like, hey, let's make a more powerful Switch, but you gotta make games that'll run on our lower-end Switch as the minimum, and then you can upgrade it, and then people like, then why bother? If you gotta do the minimum... There's one thing I've learned in capitalism. It's people do just the bare minimum to get by. Office space people. They could fix the Joy-Con drift. I don't know if they have or not. They didn't say whether or not this one... I mean, this is new hardware. They may have actually fixed the Joy-Con drift. They didn't say it specifically because Nintendo does not like admitting that publicly. So, no idea. Hardware quality, build quality went down. I don't know. The Wii actually had really good hardware quality. The only thing I didn't like about the Wii was an auto-load DVD drive. I don't like auto-loader drives because if they jam, then you're screwed. And they brought that over to the Wii U. I mean, the Wii U is just a completely different beast. I have no idea how to ever really contemplate the Wii U. Folks chasing after the Apple ecosystem, despite inherent... I heard
and speaking as an Apple person, like, I have an iPhone, I have a MacBook, like, but I'm always, because A, I'm poor, and B, because I don't need or want the brand new quote-unquote top-of-the-line shit that is unproven. I always stay at least like 3 years behind. This is the newest phone I've had, and I got it off of eBay, and like I want to know what I'm getting into instead of, because everybody treats it like a fucking status symbol, just like, with consoles and everything else, like...
I was actually really apprehensive about getting the Switch, and James says he heard the Joy-Cons were untouched. I wouldn't be surprised if they were untouched. I really wouldn't. But also, I wouldn't be surprised if they did silently fix the Joy-Con drift issue and just don't talk about it because they don't want people to know that they're acknowledging it. But, like, I was really apprehensive about buying a Switch because I was burned on the Wii U. Like, I picked up a Wii U, I'm like, okay, this is going to be great. It has a lot of functionality that was never taken advantage of. Like, one of the things I remember, the writer, Penny Arcade, the webcomic, they pitched a fantastic idea for a Wii U game based off of Dungeons & Dragons. It would have been fantastic if someone had actually made.
Yeah.
Because the whole premise of the Wii U that they were advertising at the time was like asynchronous gameplay. Whoever had the tablet could be playing a different way than the people playing on screen. So you could have whoever was with the, using the tablet as like the dungeon master, throwing things at a party.
That would be so much fun.
And like that would have sold the concept of the asynchronous gameplay for the Wii U. No one ever touched it. No one ever did anything with the asynchronous gameplay that I know of. Like, I don't recall any game that really takes advantage of that fully. Which is disappointing. But like, I did not buy, like I was not going to buy a Switch at first, and like, you know, the Wii U pissed me off. And so my parents were like, hey, what do you want for Christmas? I'm like, how about split the difference, and instead of getting me something for Christmas or my birthday, just get me something in the middle between those two dates. Because that was when
a
the Switch
nice
was
little
coming out.
Valentine's Day present.
Basically. Because I'm like, look, you know, if it's a gift, it's a completely different scenario. I don't feel as bad about it. It's like, I don't feel like my parents would have wasted the gift. It's still something they gave me because I asked.
Yeah.
But, like, it also takes away the apprehension of me buying it myself, because then I don't have the buyer's remorse aspect.
Yeah.
They're not going to have that because it's a gift. I asked for it. You know, sometimes, even as a kid, I'd ask for really stupid gift ideas. Most of my birthday presents as a kid growing up, I don't know if you remember, I've been thinking about this toy a lot. It was like a giant airplane. Like the body was foam, and like you pull a cord and like the wings came out, and it had like plastic, like this plastic mesh wing that like could fold in. And
yeah,
like,
one of my friends in school had one.
I got one of those, and the first time I used it, it broke.
That's okay. My big gift ask as a kid that was just redonk and was the damn moon shoes. And I swear I used them for about a week, and then I was done. Because I am too uncoordinated just as I am for that shit.
Hi, Libet.
But I really thought I was going to be hot shit with some damn moon shoes. Hey, Barb. Hey, Libet.
Welcome, Barb. Wii was my only hardware that actually fully failed. I mean, I had a friend who knocked over my original Wii, and the disc loader started screwing up on it. Friend, he was someone we quickly excised from our friend group after details. But so I ended up getting another Wii, and that's actually why Culex helped me mod my Wii, because then it's like, okay, now I don't need to worry about the disc drive. I can just put games on an SD card and play it that way if I need to. Because I'm like, and now I've got all of my Wii games on my Wii U, so I don't even need my Wii technically.
Which, speaking of, I need you to help me figure out what's wrong with my Wii, or if it's just a weird connection issue.
I would be more than happy to. 964 may or not be dead. Not sure if it's the system or the cables keeping me from getting. I would say probably more likely the cables. The connection for the N64 being that weird giant, like, Bad Dragon dildo-esque.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also...
I mean, compared to other AV imports at the time, that thing is giant, it is unwieldy, it's uncomfortable, much like a Bad Dragon dildo. This is going to be taken
one
out
of those streams, all right.
It's going to be taken out of context like that Tom Hiddleston picture of, this is a man who's been in a collar
Oh, no,
before.
but it is a man who's been in a collar before.
I cannot fault the logic for that. That is accurate.
Need a moment. God, that's hot.
But yeah, I would say try new cables first. If that's still the case, then it might be the console. But I've seen N64s are beastly. And if not, if you have a Wii U, I can walk you through the not so illegal way of taking your cartridge files and putting them on your Wii U. it's a thing.
Yay,
Nintendo,
Barb! Woo!
somewhat weird on data transfer. Yes, it can be. Nintendo's dumb with that. LA Lights era. Yeah, I never went with the moon shoes because and my parents never would have allowed me to get the moon shoes because they knew, even not being uncoordinated, I was somewhat coordinated as a kid, martial arts and all, but it was one of those, this is going to last all of about 15 minutes and then you're never going to touch it again. And
one of these days, because I don't know that I actually ever got one. I think I just used my friend's. I still want my own Skip It. I was fucking good at Skip It, even though I am terribly uncoordinated. I love that thing.
I almost bought a remote control car because I had one as a kid that I got for Christmas one year, and I didn't get to keep it because where we lived at the time, one of the local radio stations, G105, was actually really close to where we were living at that time. And their radio signal was interfering with the control band for it. So I couldn't keep that remote control car. And we bought that one because it was a fucking cool car. And my next door neighbor, who was also my best friend at the time, he had one that was, it had 6 wheels. And it was one of the first ones that you could get that had the controller that worked independently for sides. And so mine did as well, but mine had tank treads. It's called fast tracks. And for years I have looked up trying to buy one of these because I am legally insane.
Well, I was just gonna say
30-year-old man with disposable income.
Well, I was gonna say a 30-something child, but because we both are.
But yeah, I found a eBay listing for both of those remote control cars, the one that I had and the one my next door neighbor had, and it was like $300. I'm like, I do not need to spend $300 goddamn dollars on some remote control cars.
Not even to chase the neighbor kids with when they're being annoying.
No, because no one
soup them up and.
Because if I did that, I would put a taser or something on the front of it to actually chase them to where they wouldn't want to just try to stomp on it.
No, don't
and then
tase the kids, but maybe dead. I had a very bad experience with the neighbors over the weekend, and I'm extra done with them right now. Well, him specifically.
Yeah. He needs to be stopped.
He needs to be stopped.
Rohan Red. Rocha? I really don't know how to say your name, and that bothers me. Marauder just got home from work, and sorry for missing your streams. Things are going well. Things are going all right.
Hell yeah, Pen. Woo!
40-something child.
I'll be joining you soon.
I don't take enough, and honestly, I mean, there's maybe about 5 games on the N64 that I really love. I got into an argument with Amber about it because she was like, the N64 was groundbreaking. I'm like, yeah, it was groundbreaking. It was great. First Mario game in 3D? Groundbreaking. Go back and play it today, you are frustrated as shit by the controls, by the camera. There's just a lot of things that's okay, this was the Wild West of this era. We were still learning stuff.
Metropolis was a groundbreaking film in 1927, and now it's still got some interesting political commentary, but it is not groundbreaking. Oh!
Whoops! I knew I shouldn't have done that.
Had a spill.
Woohoo! No. Woo! Thank you. Well, this stream got a lot more lively. Oh, there goes my brand deal with Coke.
I'll get you another one in it. I'm dropping shit. Sorry.
No. What's sad is I'm more concerned about the indie box games than anything else.
Feel like we need the Benny Hill theme playing in the background.
What I need is a slightly closer, like you have the fantastic positioning for that.
It's because I demand being on the outside of the room so that I can more easily get myself beverages and or go to the bathroom because I have the bladder of a 3-year-old. But
hey, that actually works.
what do you know? Oh.
Okay. 3, 4, 5. Put everything back in order.
Oh, hey, Libet. Welcome with noise. Coke went bloop.
Yeah, I dropped it.
Who's the uncoordinated one now?
I mean,
It's still me.
me.
Watching me trying to keep my footing at the beach the other day, it's definitely me.
Well, on the upside, games are not messed up in any way. Let's grab one of these. This is the part of the live stream that everyone loves.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I should do like a magic trick, like like I don't know.
Well, so what's funny is like I'm sitting here thinking of like Game Grumps. Like, what's your favorite
I'm too
episode?
uncoordinated to do that one.
What's your favorite episode of Game Grumps? You know, it's that one where they talked about macaroni and cheese for like a half. Like, yeah, that's hi Axis, hi Ron. I'm sorry that I startled you both. Wash my hands because they're all sticky. I'm not going to date you because you're too sticky.
I'm in a relationship with the moon.
What is that from?
I have no idea, but I love it so much. Like, everybody keeps asking, are you straight or you gay? Straight or you gay? You gay or straight? Doesn't matter to you. I'm not going to sleep with you anyway. You're too sticky. I'm in a relationship with the moon. It's my favorite.
There we go. Okay.
It suits my demi heart very well.
Slightly more clean. You can go over there and thank you for giving me a fresh soda.
Mm-hmm. You may want to scoot the stool a little closer to you so you don't have another mishap.
I've got...
Another... I mean, you do have longer arm span than I do.
Yeah. Anyway. Let me reach into your crotch bones. Crossbones.
Hey, that's my bones crotch. With a squirrel in it.
Down with shirts, the shackles of summer. That's...
Libet was talking about not being able to wear the shirt anymore.
Oh, right, yes.
Just sunburn.
I'm just sitting here thinking, that's a mood. That is definitely a mood. And now I don't remember what we were talking about beforehand. I knew we were talking about Asshole Neighbor.
64?
Oh yeah, the
You and Amber arguing about the 64.
the games did
game
not
breaking.
age well. Like they didn't age well. It really didn't. Not knocking on the games. Age is a factor.
Although, depending on who you talk to, a lot of people will still argue that GoldenEye did.
Yeah, no, it did not age well. It's still a fun game, but it did not age well.
I've only watched GoldenEye play. I've never played it. I don't have a horse in this race. Race?
Ra's al Ghul.
This is a wine-based cocktail, and I've had half of it, and I don't feel anything, and I've already stumbled over my words like 6 times, so that's how my day's going.
Well, you know, it could be worse.
It could.
I have no idea where I'm going now. I'm just losing rings. Am I going this way? I think this way I came.
Yeah, Pen, I have the, what is it, the proprioception issues. Like, I have trouble gauging spatial whatever in my periphery, and so I end up running into things like a lot, so much. Team Mysterious Life Bruce, what?
Woo! Would have aged better if they kept actively after it. I mean, during my Chrono Trigger LP, I mentioned the art style still looks amazing. See, that's the thing. Graphics don't necessarily make the game. It's the art style and the art direction. Chrono Trigger was nothing special graphics-wise. Yeah, it was a little more in-depth than some of the things that had come out, but it's still basically within the limitations of what they could do with the hardware. GoldenEye is what they could do limitation-wise with the hardware, but one looks surprisingly better than the other when you look at outside of the scope of its release date.
Yeah.
So I want to do
yes, that's the word, I think.
That's the English.
I can never say it because my brain wants to go to like 3 other different words. Because neurodivergent fuckery.
Do that 'cause it's funny.
But yeah, basically, I got the periphery not work so good.
It don't work.
In scientific terms.
Really hurts. Sarah also 64 on Mark Nintendo giving up the ghost on audio quality. Yeah, basically. Alright, I've had enough of Sonic for now. Let's see what else I've got on the Saturn that might be entertaining. But yeah, fun times had by all.
Now I'm gonna have Benny Hill stuck in my head. I know. I know. You don't have to look at me in that tone of voice.
Let's see, what else? Let's do Clockwork Knight. I like Clockwork Knight. It's Toy Story before Toy Story. I just have no reflexes, no coordination. And certain muscle groups just don't work. 7 really wants Shadows of the Tusk. I need to Let's Play it. I've already started recording one of 2 projects that I want to Let's Play. I'm waiting for the other one to arrive. Bastard. because I just had to go with getting a physical edition. I got to get it from Japan. I can't do anything.
Jeez, Chris.
Can't do anything easy. I mean, I bought 3 games on sale for less than $15 a piece. Like, the highest was 15, the next one was like 10, the other one was 7 or something like that. And I was actually looking at it because I seriously contemplated spending $60 on just a physical version of it. It's like double the price. It's like I don't need to. I don't need it. It was definitely SpongeBob in that one scene.
I don't need it. I haven't watched SpongeBob in a while. I need to correct that. Comfort viewing.
I also kind of need to let's play this game. It's just too adorable not to. It can be difficult as balls. It really can be. Because, balls are notoriously known for being difficult.
I will take your word for it.
I mean,
I say as someone who played softball and specifically played catcher for a very long time, and so therefore had a whole lot of balls flying at my face for many, many years.
I feel like there's a joke there.
There is. There are tons of jokes there, as a matter of fact. Including one made in Clueless.
Over here, and I need to get this. I need to go up here. I know the first level of this game inside and out because it was on a demo disc, and for a long time this demo disc and one other game were the only games I had on the Saturn. No. Oh, screw it. I wanted to try to get it perfectly balanced, a la Thanos. I get another chance to do it. Perfectly balanced in all things. Whee! But yeah, I played the hell out of this as a kid. Also, the opening movie is just an acid trip. Like, I swear, whoever came up with this game had to have been on some fantastic drugs. Like I said, it's Toy Story, but before Toy Story was a thing. And, like, the main character is based off of a Spanish knight. So, kind of Don Quixote-esque.
Like you do.
No, break. There we go. One step closer to the edge and you're about to break.
Yeah, speaking of things I haven't watched in a long time, I need to rewatch Clueless soon. I have a hard time with rewatching some movies, mostly like with Clueless because of the loss of Brittany Murphy, who is like the best part of the movie. I struggle sometimes with it, but I do need to sit down and watch it again because it's good stuff.
I mean, I was actually reading an article about movies from the late 90s, early 2000s that couldn't be made today because of things that are fairly problematic. Clueless was on the list for a couple of reasons.
Yeah. Oh, it's not unproblematic.
Yeah.
Then again, most media is not unproblematic.
Well, also, one of the things that I loved is they quoted Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Because one of the movies that they were referencing was Ace Ventura.
Oh God, yeah, no.
And they're like, great movie, it only becomes overtly transphobic at the very end.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's... Damn it. I kind of wish we had the audio so that you could hear the ridiculousness that is that horse every time it jumps. The secret exit to the level. Oh, God.
All right. That was something.
It's more something if you could hear
Oh,
the noises
I bet.
it's making right now.
I bet.
And I kind of wonder what the viewers are thinking of it at the moment, because it is ridiculous.
Excuse me. In a world of living toys.
But what I love is like all the little details that kind of pop up. So like when the spotlight gets on him and the sun in the background becomes shrouded in the dark, it becomes a moon. Like half of it becomes the moon. It's weird little details like that just like nothing is unproblematic. It's just a question of how badly and what kind.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
But Block Snake is dead. I killed him.
Kill me with a skeleton key. No. How weird is that?
I kind of liked this key sword. I like it better than Kingdom Hearts Keyblade. That's just unwieldy and ridiculous. What drugs were used for this game? Answer all the drugs. 15, bet 15, do it now. I gotta keep an eye on the box, and I've already lost the one that I wanted, so it doesn't matter. So I'm just gonna look away, and we're gonna open whichever one I'm on right here.
Okay.
I got a 1-up.
Woohoo!
Yay! Oh God, no! I don't want more. I thought I was exiting. I don't.
Make a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Apparently. No, I don't. Later. There we go. It was one of those instances where you know how if you accidentally press the button one more time, it loops the dialogue over again?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I have to show this. The opening movie to this is just... I'm going to subject you all to this. Nomura wasn't into fencing, else it would have been closer. I mean, it takes the idea of a basket hilt and doubles it to where you're now cutting out your own circulation. Alright, don't want bosses galore. I want the movies.
Oh, well, that's horrifying in and of itself. God.
Can't play the entire story. the opening from part 1. Kitchen room. Where is... That's the one. And I'm actually going to turn up the volume so we can hear it, because you have to be able to hear it. You're welcome.
This is kind of awesome, actually.
I scream of Genie. I had a friend who would just sit there and watch this video over and over. Because, like, it was just... The song is catchy and the video is acid trippy. So, like, she's the princess, but she also is, like, magic. And she gets kidnapped. And that's Tongara. He's the hero, but he's upstaged by another knight. You got a sexy... I think she's a perfume model? Your mount is a horse bottle. Your rival's is a brush. And now you're playing the maracas? This is very gems.
You know?
I think it was also Will who was very mad that the trumpet or the trombone was not moving in sequence to what it should have been.
Oh, that's problematic.
I mean, there's a lot of this game that's just... The fact that they're all, again, based off of Spanish knights, I feel that there's a little bit of also a conquistador vibe that's not okay, especially when you get into the grandfather. Somebody, oh no! I think you can make a pretty good Keyblade. You could probably make a good fake Keyblade. Also, some of the bad guys are tea bags.
Uh-huh. I mean, they were also in the United States in the early 2000s.
I don't. I do not know.
Yeah, that...
How to process so much of this.
Yeah, salsa de uno is... Yep, that is what it is.
That, mm-hmm.
Although I do love the salsa, so, you know.
So yeah, that's Clockwork Knight 2, which is basically Clockwork Knight 1, just new levels. The bosses are all the same. If I remember, it's been a while since I played Clockwork Knight 1. Alright, what should we do next?
Jeez Louise.
I know Seven's gonna say Shadows of the Tusk. But I kind of want a stall. It's a pretty classic. Let's say, where's my phone? Where do I put my, oh, it's over there. Okay. But yeah, that's an acid trip. Oh, I need to turn the volume back down so it doesn't keep interfering. Not that I think it is. I think I've got the timing accurate, so it's not a problem, but NPC is on. Let's command attack jump. There we go. This is a very pretty game.
What?
Oh, it's okay.
It's my beer sold.
I was like, what are you adding to that?
But I don't have any, Corona or anything for it, so.
Blow the crystal people away. I like to think Shadows of Tusk won't be one of the very last Saturn titles. I mean, people are still working a lot of Saturn stuff, so I don't think Shadows of Tusk is going to be the last. I think we will see a lot more.
That is so weird.
Get out of the way.
What?
If you're here to steal the bird.
It's still so cold, but like it just froze inside the straw and like it just wasn't moving anymore.
Just gonna blow everyone away.
What are these little gemstone gremlin things?
I don't really understand the plot of this game.
Okay. Fair enough.
I don't know if you're a god or some sort of demigod, but you've been released to save the world because you've been chained up. You got little crystals for hand thing, and you rescue this bird who ends up being either a princess or a goddess or something, and you don't know it yet. Like, the whole game is just, it doesn't make a lot of sense, but it's very pretty.
Okay, fair enough.
Shines, how can Shines be so cool? Whee!
So this is supposed to be watermelon, and it kind of sort of is, but it's like runts watermelon, which I also still like. But don't.
But it's not watermelon.
It's not watermelon.
The anti-Toma. Basically, yeah. Into the darkness. This is also a game I kind of want to let's play. Let's face it. Basically, any game on my shelf is one that I kind of want to let's play at some point.
No.
Well, so I was actually having a real hard time
Surely not.
trying to figure out what to let's play next, because I feel like Final Fantasy Tactics is kind of a big game. So like,
What do you follow it up with?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what's the best way to go about, a follow-up project? So I had a real hard time coming up with something that I wanted to do. So I'm still not even 100% sure that the two games I'm picking up are going to be the next project that I really want to do. I don't want that. That's what I want. I want you to find fruit. I don't want you to kill things. I want you to find fruit.
Find me some fruit.
Also helps if I don't. There you go. Give me. There, give me the fruit. I need the health.
Same friend.
Mostly because I just killed myself. Logrim, Trails on the... So I actually thought about a couple of the Trails games, especially since a couple of new ones are being, or not new ones, but old ones, I guess, are being brought over to the Switch. And I have most of the... Like, I've got Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2, 3 and 4. I've got Trails in the Sky, and then the 2 other ones that are getting ready to come out on the Switch. So, like, I have options. Actually thinking of doing a new LP of AM2R. First was kind of a shit show thing. I mean, I've redone a lot of projects because of things like that. Getting sucked into Trails is a fate worse than getting sucked into Ease. It's funny you say that, because one of the projects I started recording is Ease. Ease, Oath, and Felghana. Because, yeah, of the Ease games, it seems to be one of the easiest to kind of just jump into. Especially, like, and I'm not going to do anything like dealing with them. I have no idea what you're... Oh, that just means you can give me a full health fruit? Well, you're going to hold on to that for a minute. You're going to hold on to that until I do something stupid. Which is inevitable. Like Thanos, it is inevitable. But I thought about starting with, like, E's Arc of the Naphthism. I cannot pronounce that word to save my life. If you want to try it, I would love... Like...
Napistum?
Napistum? I guess, yeah. I guess it's the font also makes it a little weird because the A looks weird because it's not an A, it's just a triangle.
Yeah, it looks like Delta.
Shining Force reader. I could do it. I mean, so many people ask for more Shining Force that it's ridiculous. I thought about doing one of the ROM hacks of Shining Force 2, like going all the way through, like Shining Tactics or something. Alright, give me the full health. Because again, I knew it was only a matter of time before I did something stupid. A new Ease game, yeah, Mostrum just came out. And I have the collector's edition of that. And it's like, I kind of want to play it, but also, like, the Ease games are so ridiculous when it comes to their timeline. Like, it's like you can't play 1, 2, 3 in order because, like, one of them comes out in between 3 and 4, and I think the most recent one came out in between 1 and 2 or some weird shit like that. So it's like, you gotta play them so out of order that it's insane.
Yeah.
which kind of sucks because like you go back to the older ones that have a much more unforgiving play style. Like no, I don't wanna. Especially after being blessed with all of the quality of life upgrades for the other ones that make the gameplay a little bit easier and more fun to deal with. It's like nope, do not want at all. So now I'm gonna bounce around a giant eyeball. Bounce around. Where are you going? Get dunked on. Get wrecked. Oh, he lost his wings, so his little friends will help out. Instead, I will just toss you around like a rag doll. Bounce! And I've murdered this creature. There's always Fida. Put them in order. I mean, I thought about playing the Ease games in order, and then I'm like, no. I got a dental appointment Monday, and I have to get my oil change. I need to get my oil change too. I really do. I've been putting it off.
I think I'm still okay. I think this next trip to Kentucky will be really the last trip I could make before an oil change.
Yeah.
But yay, dentist and oil change. It's a super fun Monday. I get to go for my post-op follow-up visit tomorrow. Woohoo!
I get to go into the office on Monday and put together desks.
Woohoo!
So, like, things I am not particularly happy about. Yeah, I'm just gonna die there. Thanks, hate dental appointments. Let's see. Let's pull out one more game for the last few minutes of the stream. We got about 20 minutes left. Let's see what else I got. Yeah, I've noticed my oil pressure gauge is just starting to creep up a little bit. It's like, yeah, it's getting chunky.
What kind of soup do you want, Ollie?
Chunky. I'm gonna play Baku Baku.
Yay, children screaming. I was really hoping that the whole,
Hurricane?
yeah, tropical storm moving through would keep them inside. Wrong.
Yeah, no. I mean, granted, the storm was done for us around 6 o'clock.
Yeah, but
So,
still.
Like, we still have wind gusts, but like...
And
we didn't
it's chillier and it's damp and gross. I mean, I'm hurting. Like, I'm in a full on flare, so I'm extra cranky about it, I guess.
Well, like, a lot of people are like, oh, it's a hurricane. It's like, we just had a bunch of rain. It wasn't even really that bad.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I mean, it's super low-key. It's fine. I wasn't really expecting a whole lot out of it, but...
I hate those where you can't do anything about it unless you break them apart like that. Oh, I should have done that. That would have been a fantastic combo. That wasn't actually not a bad combo. Speaking of games that are acid trippy, I like a lot of acid trippy games, you know?
I hadn't noticed. I'm shocked and appalled.
I'm shocked. Shocked, I say. Okay, that's a crappy combo, but hey, it works. I also completely forgot that they will not eat. There we go. That's a much better combo. They won't eat the other animals. Like that, you gotta do that in order to get the animals to eat each other, because that's a sentence that, you know.
You know, weirder things have been said on this live stream, so.
But by how much?
Depends on the stream.
That's true. I mean, we were talking about bad dragon dildos earlier.
Yeah, yeah. It's true.
Two combo. Combo breaker. However, that just kind of came back to bite me. So, thank you for that game. And that helped out a little bit. That did not. That helped even less.
Game is actively looking for ways to dick you over.
I mean,
And then there's stuff like that.
I'm about to say, then there's just me screwing up, which is, you know, par for the course. I should have done that differently. That'll work. Oh god, that worked fantastically.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Good job.
Well,
Even if it was accidental. Oh. Oh.
well, I still won. This is okay.
Starting to get a little stressed out over there.
It's like, this is, oh, it's a new record. Training Expert 5. Like, I almost played Puyo Puyo Tetris tonight. Because I know Libet was talking shit
Uh-oh.
about that. So Libet is just frighteningly amazing at Puyo Puyo.
Okay.
It is. I mean, she spent so much time playing that it is ridiculous how good she is at it. But this one it's Puyo Puyo and Tetris. So, like, I can be playing Tetris, she can be playing Puyo Puyo, and you're still versus each other as though you were playing the same game. Or you can have it to where it switches. or where it's both. And it becomes a huge, like, that's the only way to kind of even the playing field. It's like, there is no, playing her in Puyo Puyo is like playing me in Smash Brothers. It's like, I'm not great at it, but I can beat anyone in our friend circle.
Fair.
Like, Libet can kick everyone's ass in Puyo Puyo. In fact, she could probably kick more people's ass outside of our friend circle than I could in Smash. Libet is the incarnation of that. Are you saying? Yes, I am saying I have to handicap you. That is exactly what I'm saying. Because otherwise, it's no fun. It's just, like, you all want me to put a handicap when I'm playing Smash Brothers, just so that, you know, it's entertaining for you all. There we go, that's what I want. Nom nom. Nom nom nom. Om nom nom. Om nom nom. The Necro Om Nom Nomicon. I would really love to get, you know, a dog one of these years to clear out some of this blue shit.
Like that?
Yeah, like that.
You have too many nanners. Any nanners is too many nanners.
That's not what I wanted to do. I'm an idiot. I think I'm going to lose this one. Mostly because I'm just not paying attention to what I'm doing. Oh, well that helped a little bit. However, now I still don't know what I'm doing.
Boys.
And yeah, just end it.
The kitties are arguing.
Yeah, the guys in college got salty about it. I mean, none of you want to play me in Smash Brothers.
I mean, I'll try. I've never played before. You'll kick my ass, but at least that way, I guess somebody will play Smash Brothers with you, and you'll stop being salty about it.
No, I won't stop. I will still be salty about it, because people will still give me shit about it. Adam will play me, because Adam's actually really good at Smash Brothers. So, like, Adam will play.
Turns out Adam is the answer to a lot of questions around here, including who will play Chris Smash Brothers.
I mean, Adam is the answer to a lot of questions and the question to a lot of answers.
I mean, same on that front. Take pride in the ambiguity.
I have to say, there is, again, a lot of blue. There we go. Ha! Eat that, toy soldier guy.
Yeah, that'll show him.
Maybe it will? No, I don't think it is.
It's almost like a weird geometric toy soldier out of someone's acid trip just doesn't really care.
It's almost like he just doesn't care. Who I just noticed has no neck.
Hey, by the way, the bitch is back in town, y'all.
I mean,
Yeah. Oh no, it just
his the little helmet chin strap is just
free swinging.
like those. Okay, spoiler for anyone who hasn't watched Loki yet. Those freaky birds.
Yes, yes, which are awesome.
Freaky birds.
Yeah.
There's some of you. There's some of you. You. There we go. That helps out a little bit. That does not help out a little bit. Why 4? You must be dick. Why 4? I must be idiot. Part of the problem is I still have the theme song to Clockwork Knight stuck in my head, and it's
Influencing your gameplay style right now.
well, it
Acid Trip meets Acid Trip, and they just don't get along very well, or
I mean,
probably.
probably.
Not gonna have sex with you. You're too sticky. I'm in a relationship with you.
Yeah, laugh at me, rabbits. Laugh.
Laugh.
Oh God.
I need a whiteboard.
Nicely done the header. I mean, I do. I wonder when the last time Jacksepticeye did a try not to laugh video. I don't think he's done anything recently. But like, I need more laugh in
Yeah.
my life.
Yeah, same.
I mean,
I need to show Mom the video where he reviews the old PSA videos.
oh my God. Or
Because I guarantee you at least one of them Mom saw.
or the old Wendy's training videos.
Yes. Gotta know how to make hot drinks. Hot drinks. Hot drinks.
Hot drinks. I'll say at least, you know, the boxes to these survive pretty well because they're
Glossy.
glossy. I am actually really disappointed that this went under. I kind of understand why it did. The monthly subscription box thing was a very interesting fad, but having a gaming based one was also really difficult because like you got to do the game, then you got to spend the money on getting the stuff,
Yeah.
and like making a collector's edition version of it. Like that's not a cheap.
No. I mean, was it a monthly?
Yeah.
It probably should have been like a quarterly
Oh yeah.
something. That would make it a more sustainable.
Like this was once a month.
That's really ambitious and very expensive.
Yeah, especially since the first one I got, Axiom Verge over there, the statue for it is like that big once assembled. It's like
Jeez.
5 pounds. They ate so much on shipping for that.
Oh, I bet.
That box.
God.
It was insane. But I did get, you know, a couple that I was really happy about. I really like the Dust, the Nuclear Throne, Freedom Planet. Wasteland 2 was also pretty. I mean, all the games are good. Hollow Knight is adorable. Hollow Knight's adorable. It needs to.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Look at him. He's so cute with his little spear lance thingy. Just adorable. I get the feeling they would like to use snakes as an animal for the Ouroboros effect, but couldn't make.
That would have been fun.
This is curiously mesmerizing to watch. I mean, welcome to Acid Trip Games. World Zookeeper Con. Nothing about this makes any sense.
Sorry.
Good luck to anyone sitting perfectly on top. Yeah, there were a lot of indie box games that I did not pick up, which I'm sad about because I got into the service a little late. So, connect the food blocks with the animal blocks.
Yeah, Chris, why couldn't you just connect the food blocks with the animal blocks?
Oh God, the monkey looked like it was. The rabbit also looking like it's freaking the hell out.
I mean,
like just and then it lingers there for a second.
yeah.
Ah.
Just had to let it linger.
You have to let it linger. Like a fart in the wind, you gotta let it linger.
Yeah. Oh my God. So I'm in like my 5th re-listen of my actual play podcast that everybody's tired of hearing me talk about. But like it's one of those things where you just keep finding things in it, and I started listening to it last Monday because they let me listen to whatever I wanted to while they were doing oral surgery, and I was like, comfort listening. So I started it over from the beginning, and at some point they were talking about like lingering magical auras or something. I can't remember what it was, and lingering magical auras on like something teleported or shipped or I don't know, something. And the GM was like, well, I don't know. If you fart down the telephone, will you smell it on the other end? And everybody is like, what the fuck? He's like, well, what did you do with your childhood? Everybody's like, not farting the phone.
But now I know what I should have done with my child.
I mean, I was like, well, maybe there was a missed opportunity there. We'll never know.
All I can think of is
farted down the phone line 7 years ago.
all I can think of now is smell-o-vision.
Yep.
I remember when they actually tried to do that, like they did a primetime block of smell-o-vision where you could get like these scratch and sniff pads for the show for like different sections, and like it'd pop up on the show if you need to like so pointless. Like they only did it like one night.
Yeah.
They tried this, but they did it for like I forget what channel did it for like their primetime block. So like each show had like 3 of these things. Just like, and so like basically all the plot lines for all of these shows have to revolve around something involving smell, at least for part of it.
I'm sorry, Ben.
I should not have been drinking Coke that long.
So, if it helps at all, I totally did that to Libet and Claire at the beach the other day. I started, because as the tide was moving in and the waves started getting bigger, I'd jump up and catch the wave and just shout something as the wave was carrying me forward. So, like, the first time it was, of course, like, I'm king of the world. But then it was like, Calgon, take me away. And at one point it was, ask me about my pronouns. And Libet and Claire got water up their nose a couple of times from what I understand. Because they're starting to laugh as the wave hit. Like, inadvertently gifted at timing.
Well, you know the thing about comedy, timing! I used to do that in my theater class, and my theater director fucking hated it.
Knock knock. Premature ejaculating cow.
Premature
Moo!
I will never not do that one because it's just like. On that note, it's after 9.
Oh, yeah, well, you know you wanted to hang around for that. You
You
did.
know, you wanted to get
This
the last
is
few minutes.
quality content. Just, you needed it in your life. And I'm
That's-
happy to provide.
That's another thing I miss. The Game Grumps, their quality content show where they just did not the 10-minute power hour where they're doing, but like just where they're doing ridiculous stuff, like trying out fast food places by taste.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like timing, Melvin. Everything in life is timing.
Yes. I'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Just, the timing is very important. That's all.
It's like we would do the timing joke in theater class, and just because like my theater director, she was one of the teachers that I actually really loved. Like I had like 4 teachers that I really enjoyed being in their class. I really enjoyed learning from them. They made going to school not a pointless exercise for me. Because I did feel school was kind of a pointless exercise. Half of the shit that you learn in school, you're never going to use outside of this setting, unless you're going into these particular fields. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm not going to use calculus in my day-to-day life unless I'm going into an engineering or scientific or medical field. Like, I'm just not going to use it. But my theater director was one of those that I truly enjoyed learning from. She was a wonderful person. I gave her so much hell in high school, and if I could go back and apologize for some of it, I would. But I'm friends with her on Facebook, so she might actually see this at some point.
Post it to Facebook, tag her in it, like, hey, by the way.
Just check out the very end of this.
And ignore my small, creepy, pregnant girlfriend roommate from that one troll. Yeah.
But the we would give her so much shit, like, because she would always talk about the timing of the scene needs to be different, because I did tech and most of my friends did tech, and so like we were dealing with cues, and she, being a director, would change shit all the time.
I mean,
the prerogative of the director, they're going to change. And so like it got to the point to where at I think one show we were carrying around little teeny tiny whiteboards with dry erase markers.
laugh! Sorry.
And she was like, why are you not taking more permanent notes? I'm like, because you're going to change it in about 5 minutes anyway, so I could just wipe it off and try it again. She just looked at me like, excuse you? Like, timing!
Yeah.
I think one of the other tech people who was doing sound work, he actually wrote timing on his whiteboard and just would hold it up every so often, just anytime she looked in his direction.
It sounds like a much more productive relationship than our theater director had with most students. So at least you had that.
I mean, she was a fantastic teacher. She really was. She was a fantastic director, a fantastic artist. I will never talk shit about anything along those lines that she did. She was a weird human being.
I
But I think
mean,
anyone in theater has to be a little
Theater.
fucking weird.
I was in theater for a minute, so might be confirmation bias, but I feel like there's something to it here.
I mean, I guess tech theater counts because I'm really fucking weird.
Oh God, I was friends with all of the, I shouldn't say all, a good number of the techs at our school. And they were all,
We were all fucking weird.
yeah.
I will never forget, and we're going way over time, but I don't fucking care. I will never forget Sanchez.
You heard it here, guys. He doesn't care.
Care. Sanchez scared the shit out of everyone in our department. Because we were doing Sugar as our performance that year, which is the stage version of the movie Some Like It Hot. Mm-hmm. It's about two guys go on the run from the mob after witnessing the St. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Yep.
The movie's good. The theater production, any of the productions I've seen of it have been hilarious. It's fantastic. But because it's the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, there's mobsters, there's Tommy guns, you know. Mm-hmm. And so Sanchez, being Sanchez and being the lead sound designer, it was his first show doing lead sound design, he was just all over this. And so he brought in his computer because he had like a $300 sound card at the time. This is like 2001.
High tech shit, man.
Like, yeah, it was a high-end PC sound card that had so many knobs and dials on it that was just ridiculous. And so, like, and he was doing everything digitally. He hooked his computer up to the soundboard so we could run all the cues. He didn't
Foley for days.
Yeah, like, we got to the point to where he didn't even need to be there. Like, he could just press a button and, like, the cues would go off at
Nice.
the set time. Like, he would always never do that because, again, you're going to go through some scenes a little bit faster or slower, and
Yeah. But theoretically, it was possible.
theoretically. So, but, excuse me, my voice has apparently just abandoned me. Let me have something to drink. This is what I get for going over time.
The internet gods are punishing you.
They are. There we go. That's better. So he found a legitimate recording of a Tommy gun and used that as the sound file. Like, and so when he first pitched it to our director, she was like, "No, I want it bigger." And he has no idea what that means. He's like, "Do you want it louder? Do you want more bass? Do you want more reverb? What?" And she's like, "Yes, I want it bigger." And so he literally just played it again, and that was it. But he played it first in the classroom, not in the stage area that we were working on. So he's just sitting there with like a CD of sound effects, and he puts it in the CD player, and naturally the things turn up all the way, so you hear what sounds like an actual Tommy gun going off in the classroom, scaring the shit out of all of the people in the class.
Yeah.
Because he was a little too accurate.
You know.
But yeah.
You do what you gotta. And sometimes you don't gotta, but you do it anyway.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we should end. Thank you all for tuning in.
Yeah.
It's been a fantastic stream. I had a blast doing it. I'm glad,
Glad to see you again.
Glad that Jess was able to come back.
With my now much healthier chompers, or at least healthier on average, with the shitty ones out of my mouth. So.
Does anyone want to know why his penis was near my biters?
Let's just end it there. No context, no nothing. Just
We will be back next week, same hat time, same hat channel, for another fantastically ludicrous live stream. We hope to see you then. Please take care of yourselves, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, get vaccinated, all that fun stuff. Get political. And I look forward to seeing all of you next week. Miss your faces.
1312 forever. What? No, 1312 forever. Punch more Nazis. I mean, I can keep going.
We had a whole conversation, yesterday about punch? Was it this morning or
it was
yesterday?
It was this morning. And there are, in fact, videos of Richard Spencer being punched to X gonna give it to you.
X gonna give it to
It
you.
makes me very happy.
Yeah. X gonna give it to you, especially if you're a Nazi.
Yep.
Anyway, stay safe, take care. Thank you all for tuning in. It's been a blast.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Good luck with your Monday pen.